Hello, all, and welcome to this read for the equinox and the 23rd of September, whatever may transpire today. So I don't know. The last two videos I've been off on timing in terms of when things are happening, and I kept saying in the read for the week that we were looking at equinox on the 21st, and I don't know how I got that in my head, but I just always think equinoxes and solstices are always on the 21st. But it doesn't work like that. So, anyway, here we are on the 23rd, on the eve of equinox, and I'm just going to do a read and see where we're currently at. And we're also going to just have a little quick chat about kind of a little bit of the stuff that I've been picking up of what's going to happen today. I don't believe it's going to be anything like explosive and chaotic. But I do sense a ton of energy incoming. So the interesting part is I think that some people will notice it and others just won't, depending on where they are on their journey at this time. So I don't know. I don't think the world's going to end. If it does, it's just that it needs to, move on and be in a different energy field and that kind of thing. So it's the same as like, for us dealing with human passing and death is, those people aren't gone. They're just transmuted into a different energy. Um, so I don't suspect that's sort of what's gonna play out, but um, definitely think we're we're looking at some kind of solar event or solar. There is like in the whatever if you go through different channelers and that there is the potential for what we call the great solar flash or the event. So um, there's been some indication that today might be that day. So again, I have no idea. I'm not really picking up any major things except that energy is coming in and energy is shifting. Um, and it's pretty profound, I think. It will be pretty profound. All right, but let's check in with the cards and see what they have to say. So, and other than that, I'm going to attach the equinox meditation, the fall meditation to this. Because in general, we'll see what the cards say, but same sort of practices, just keeping your energy high, um, not going into fear. Um, I'm just laughing because I saw the card as I was talking. The sun. Da, da, da. Yeah, okay. There is going to be some solar event. Whether we tangibly see this or just feel it. Um, yeah, I'm going to read this card though because I know it's got good. It's got such a nice um, meaning. I am blessed with the gift of life. I am free to create a life filled with joy, open and connected to God. Again, if the word God doesn't work for you, substitute that in for love. So I am free to create a life filled with joy, open and connected to love. Yep, there's definitely something going on today. It's interesting. I'm totally curious whether we're gonna actually see it or not. Like if it is a flash or you know what I mean. It was weird though this morning too. I was uh, down in the basement doing some stuff. Ooh, these cards. Hold on a second. I'm gonna take. And we have like these fluorescent lights that aren't really working, but sometimes they'll flash on. But it was flashing like a bulb, like a camera light bulb um, flash, like or the phone flash or whatever you remember using. It was a bright white light. It wasn't the normal flash that comes from these lights. So it was very interesting. Okay, I was only going to do one of these energy cards, but three three is the number apparently. First up, great big love. So yeah, don't have much to say about that. This I have a feeling already. This reading is about just us checking in and being in that state of love and a state of gratitude, spirit of gratitude. There's the lotus, fully open, fully enlightened, fully transformed. Yeah, staying in love, staying in your heart, being grateful for everything. And then we also got wish upon a star. What, again, we're back here. What is our heart's desire? What do we wish to see for the world? What do we wish to feel? Make all these wishes tonight. Big, big wishes. And in fact, when it says wish upon a star, it makes me think of like part of the predictions for today is that this green comet is actually going to smack into the sun. And that's going to be it's not going to destroy the sun. Nobody, it's more energetic. And that's what sends the energy and the flash to Earth. And that energy and that flash is to help raise us up at heart center to heart centered consciousness and awareness. And basically, like the best way to describe it is turn that light switch on that's been dormant in us that made us forget everything that we are truly, truly are. So, like, and also it's funny because then in the other camps of like the truther communities and stuff like that, this day was initially had a negative connotation, but now it's kind of starting to come around to that there'll be major disclosure today. So the truth coming out. So our job, though, is this, right? Wishing, having gratitude, love, manifestation, wishing, making things uh, come in that we need, that the world needs. Again, feelings, um, not just like materialistic things. If you may need that right now, so it's fine to manifest that stuff. Um, but this is more about like, what do we want to see for the world? What do we want to feel? How do we want our day to day life to be? Like again, we've been talking about this for months and months and months. So it's not surprising that it's like coming to a pinnacle right now or a peak. And, that's why I really believe something really could shift in a profound way today. So just make sure you're staying in those three uh, spaces of energy: gratitude, love, manifestation, wishing. But like by saying that too is like it's also like keeping a positive mindset, right? So wish big, wish for complete world peace and human unity. All of those words, keep them in the high vibration. And again, if this side's going to play a little bit and fear is going to come in, um, we need to tip the balance this way. So we all have to be sitting here doing our work. So if you do any sort of ceremony for yourself tonight, it is just sitting in peace, love, unity. Meditate on those, work on manifesting those. All right, I am going to do one portal card as well, just to see uh, what this equinox means portal wise. Yeah. Yeah. Higher heart activation. Dropping the shields, divine love. Your heart is healed. So this is awesome because heart chakra, one thing. Higher heart, I always say, more connected to your guides or your higher self. Um, so this energy that's coming in is going to help open and that's not a word, deepen this connection to your higher self and your guides. And in that process, all of this 3D wounding and BS that we've been put through, know that your heart is being healed today. So again, whether we physically see that energy or can tangibly feel it, um, just know that that's what they're saying, is that this portal of energy is healing our hearts from all of the old stuff we've been through, so that we can raise up in frequency, be open in our higher heart, and connect, uh, and become our divine self, right? Divine love. That's what we are. We're not, it's not a state of being. It is us. We are divine. We're divine and we're divine love. It's pretty exciting. I like it. I'm going to keep reading cards because that's just what I'm being told to do. So I'm going to tell you these decks, um, because that's what they're asking me to do. So we're going to do 3 cards from each and just clarify, you know, this equinox and what we're looking at. So and hopefully point us in a direction of, again, if you haven't quite pinned down what you want to do as like a ceremony or a, you know, a, something for this equinox, I feel like we'll get our answer in this. So we're going to do 3 of this. These are the sacred earth cards. Um, yeah, I just felt like we should be connecting with the energy of the place that we are living on. So, our sacred earth and us. Okay. Ooh, interesting. How am I going to read these? Okay. Well, we'll just read them in order. We we ended up getting 4 cards, so we'll just read them. We got revision, which we've had before. Um, it's interesting. In the lap of this person, it's a dragon. So uh, I feel like we're just opening to new energies. It's the vision part that's really standing out. Not like, typically revising something means to change it and amend it, but that is really what we're doing. Is like we're working from heart center, but we're expanding on it. So we have to kind of rewrite some of the rules. But the dragon energy in there is really interesting because it's almost tapping us into like stuff we haven't had in a long time. Um, yeah, so this is just, I think this is just more about us discovering our gifts that are coming online and kind of re-envisioning is kind of the word that's coming up, our lives and what they look like. Same thing we were told at the beginning. We also got, um, I always like this one because it's really third eye heavy. Um, this is a mudra. I don't know which one it is. I would suspect, though, that it has to do with connecting to the divine. So basically, we're going to have a complete uh, revision of our spiritual being. That's what it is. New energy, new gifts coming in, the dragon energy, the third eye, our perception of things is changing, and in a good way, because it's like the perception of, um, perception too also comes into like time and space, and so we're going to be able to more accurately see what really time and space is actually all about, not what, this little clock that moves on the hands. um, okay, we also got efficiency, which is really interesting. This one is like, it's funny because it's almost like a little sun in her hands, but it's also very solar plexus chakra. So I'd say this is about us. Um, it's all just coming down to gifts again. So like efficiently using our energy. I think right now, like we don't really know enough about it, so we're kind of like, I don't want to say we're scattered, but it's all over the place. And this, so this equinox is going to help us bring in the energy so that we're using our resources more efficiently, which is our energy and our spiritual gifts. And then lastly, which is really funny because we were talking about space and time, but we got time. But I don't think that this is about time itself. It's about little baby. It's time. This baby is ready to be born. Funny enough, the sun is highly, again, amplified within her hands. Within her hands. So, yeah, the sun is coming through strong today. So, even like I said, even if you don't tangibly feel something, just make sure you're taking that time to connect and keep your frequency up. That's the biggest thing we can do right now. Yeah. Wow, that's kind of cool. It's just time. We've been waiting for this time. I also love this one too because there's sort of like a big almost hibiscus right at it's a little high for heart, but it could be higher heart, but it's also at throat. So yeah, interesting. We'll see what happens today, right? This is good though because it's tough to work this energy um and and then not get discouraged when like feasibly this day could pass tomorrow and we could wake up and nothing's really changed. But I feel like even if we don't have that massive change in the world, uh, we're changing, and we can feel that change. I know it's happening to me. Um, it's kind of interesting because things that, I'll still have all these little 3D moments of like, "God, I got to pay that bill. And well, I didn't, how am I going to do that? And then worry about it for like 2.5 seconds. And then my old me would worry about it for days and days and days. And new me is just like, after a few minutes, that crazy, intense, nervous, anxious feeling goes away, which it didn't used to do. So I know there's been a shift of some kind within me. So mostly because those things eventually are not going to matter. They matter a little bit now, but not for long. All right. Then the next two decks I picked are Work Your Light and the Starseed Oracle, just because I think this is definitely the energy. This is who we are, really are, and why we came, and what we're supposed to be doing. So let's take a look at the uh, what Work Your Light has to say. So I'm going to take these kind of a bit as advice cards for this reading. Okay. Oh, I haven't used these in a while. They feel like they're like a little stiff. Like they're like, oh, thanks for bringing us out of the box, Cam. Okay, first up, leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. All right, so wow. Yeah, there's a nice big full moon in there too. So again, this is the equinox energy, but this is carrying right through from today to the full moon on the 30th, which I think I have right this time. um, this is a leap in consciousness. This is a leap in it's that suspending our belief too and just going for it. So going back to like wish upon a star, if you include this as your 3 things you do tonight for Equinox, is writing a wish list, is like this is asking us to go big. Go big. Like it might be the most outlandish thing that normally we would be like, that could never happen. It's like, no, go big. Use that dragon energy, right? Dragon energy is big and expansive. So it's like, and they get things done. They get stuff done. So yeah, take a big leap today, and the universe has got your back and will catch you. All right. We also got the Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So again, universe, and when you're in meditation, make sure you're really listening because they're definitely guiding us. So yeah, it's weird if you're in meditation and you get some just weird like or dreams. I've been talking to people that have been having lots of dreams about different things, and they've been quite like big and expansive. And it's like, just yeah, take a moment to, again, wish for something amazing and huge, and just know that, and listening, because it's your guides trying to get you to like dream big. So if words come through or a vision comes through, just write it down, and work with it. The energy is ripe for that today. We also got the Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. Yeah, if you guys are watching this channel, you are about to become the mystic and the teacher. You may have never thought that was happening, but it is what's happening. Normally I was just going to do 3 cards, but there was 4 of the other. This one spit out a 4th one. So we're going to do 4 of the Star Sea too. But this card I love. Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. It is happening. I don't need to say anything about that. That's awesome. It's like creating. Creating's a big word, so I will say that, because that's that solar plexus energy too, right? A little bit like putting this stuff into action, um, and being creative. We are co-creators in this experience. The new earth needs for us to be, you know, fulfilling our wishes, getting them to come true, and then uh, manifesting that into this reality now. Nice. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. All right. Let's do 4 of these, I guess. These are the Starseed Tarot. Or tarot, it's not a tarot. Starseed Oracle. So let's do 4 of these. Again, just confirmation of what's going on and what we need to be focusing on for ourselves to be assisting in this time and space. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna do this. Okay, what was our card? Where was that one? Sorry. It's just tipping me back to this, and I need. Okay. Yeah. So we had the perception card. And so then we also got a card similar in wording, perspective. There's Earth, little Earth, way back in the void. And the funny thing about this card that always, sometimes I think this rubs people the wrong way, but none of this matters. Zoom out and common ground. It's really interesting because I think that's part of like this thing that's happening in this shift as well, is that not just on an individual level, we're awakening to our gifts and those things, but so are other people within the collective. Um, the problem on this planet has been division and duality. And so we need to come to a common ground so that um, we can move this forward. It's really interesting though, because it's like the none of this matters is just what I said. Like all this bickering and fighting and all these issues and things that have, and money and none of it matters. None of it is coming to New Earth with us. So we have to stop letting it trap us. And the reason I say that is because we also got the card of loosen your grip. And here's where it is: coping mechanisms, density, addiction. Let God in. This is our problem on this planet right now. It has nothing to do with every single issue that people have that's creating division. It's that we're so addicted to that way of life. We're using those things as a coping mechanism, and we're not doing the true spiritual work of just letting it go. we're creating this own density that's keeping us in this lower vibration. Why would we do that? We have to stop doing that. That's like pure, clear from spirit is like, you guys, it's hard because we've been here. It's like we have what's that thing? Munchausen by proxy or whatever. Like we're sick because of like the things that are being put on us. But the bottom line is we're the ones that have to clear this density and we are the ones that also have to put up the boundaries and say no, we're not doing this anymore. And the key there is let God in. And again, I know like for some of you, God has a very like negative connotation. So that's why I say just remove that as like if it's tripping you up, it's about love. At the end of the day, let love in. And this is really about love. This isn't about this vibration of love. It's connecting immediately and fully to divine and letting that in and letting that shine out and flow and stop being pulled down by these lower energies because they're doing it on purpose to trap you. They don't want us to create this new world. They like the way things are going down here right now. And none of us like that. So the only way we're going to change it is just by claiming our sovereignty back and saying, no, we're not doing that anymore. And yeah, I mean, this does factor in a little bit uh, like there's also lots of things on this planet that are currently addicting us and keeping us using coping mechanisms to get through the stress, like, all of the things and the distractions, right? So it's just really asking us to like really work on uh on letting it go and knowing that none of that stuff matters. It doesn't matter. I know that's a hard one because it's like, well, money does matter. I still have to pay bills and you know, but it's like they're just like we've got to get out of that mentality. Hopefully this energy coming in helps us with that process. The reason I say that to you is that word density on the card. It's up to us to shift that density. We're in that lower third dimension density. This planet is dense. Like anybody that comes into it is always struggles and has a hard time here because they're used to being light body and this is such a they call it the densest planet in this solar system like it's just or in this universe. So it's up to us to lighten that density. And how we do that is, again, letting love in. Okay. Okay. um, which one do I want to read first? Okay. Lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. This is the big thing that too that we like. We don't talk about a lot, but it's like we all signed up to come here and do this. We did. Um, And we've done this before, probably on other planets. This isn't the Earth is not the first planet to go through an ascension process. Just to put that little feather in your ear. Um, so you've done this before. So this is just like memories and gifts are coming online. That's what's coming for us in this because we're specifically asking what this portal of the equinox energy is. Um, so yeah, this stuff is coming online. Let's work with it. We've done this before. And that's the thing is, like I said, like even if there's not a tangible flash or a feeling of that energy coming in, there is 100%. Uh, there's going to be a shift in the frequency or in our density, maybe even, but it helps us to see and remember who we are, right? Light switch. Talked about that at the beginning. All right, we're gonna wrap this up with this last card. And it's exactly what we've been talking about, which is a great way to end it. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Get out there, you guys, and start creating this new earth. We came here to do this. We have a job to do. Manifest, wish upon a star. I mean, in all those sets of cards, Meaning was the same all the way through. We paint this next picture. We build the new earth. We step into our old creative power and we change this planet. And it needs to change, and we all know that. The old shit doesn't matter, right? What's the perspective card? It doesn't matter. No, it's gone. It won't give it to me. Um, it's gone. It's done. That old way, don't need it. Don't matter. We get to create from scratch. Go paint your canvas. Go paint your canvas. If you do anything, like I said tonight, those three things, you know, sit in love, keep increasing the frequency of love, spirit of gratitude, right? And wishing and manifesting. That is what this portal is all about, is opening us to the energy of who we really are, turning that light switch on, and then it's up to us. It's time for us to go to work. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Hope that you have a really good night, whatever you get up to for this equinox. And I hopefully will be back tomorrow for Holding Space Sunday. We'll see. We'll see what the rest of the day holds. Um, yeah, it's exciting. The meditation to follow. Uh, yeah, it's just one about, again, a little bit about manifestation and clearing up last bits of things that might be tripping us up. So hopefully you'll stick around for that and make that part of your ceremony or ritual or whatever you want to call it for tonight. Take care of yourselves above all, and great big love. Sit in love, and I love you, and we'll see you soon.